So this year's Ottawa Real Estate Forum was perfect timing. I think there was a lot of uncertainty in the market created by the increase in vacancy rates downtown. There was still a lot of uncertainty around the federal government and whether or not we've hit the bottom of the trough. Interestingly enough, I think there's a lot of optimism in a lot of the presentations. I think people appreciate that we've hit the bottom. So I think there's still a lot of optimism in a lot of the presentations. I think people realize that things are, and one of the presenters said this well, that things are never going to be like they were. They're going to be different, but the change is going to be in an upward direction. And I think there's a lot of opportunity out there for a lot of people to take advantage of what Ottawa is going to become moving forward. And what we're seeing now is the private sector starting to get a little bit of traction, and they're starting to grow and become a little bit more robust, and hopefully that'll offset some of the government downsizing. In the long term, with the government moving somewhat out of the downtown core, I think we're going to see kind of a remix of how the downtown core is used and even how the suburbs are used. So the Dragons and Sharks session was a different spin this year on the final round table. We thought we'd mix up the format. The Sharks, I think, represented by the brokerage community, were true Sharks and pitched their deals to the Dragons. It was kind of interesting to see the thought process behind how each type of investor looks at these deals, the particular areas of each transaction that's important to them versus what may be important to one of the other Dragons. And it's kind of interesting to see kind of who's buying real estate in Ottawa, or who would be buying real estate in Ottawa, and who would maybe be looking for a higher return than what the market was willing to pay.